I started this really bizarre image weeks ago. I didn't actually write a date on the back. I think it may have even been around the Christmas period. And it was using some acrylic canvas paper, but it's actually more like paper than canvas. So I really didn't get on with it and was tempted to give up a few times. But because I'd already given up on the door one, I didn't want to give up again. The idea behind this was looking at when Napoleon was held captive on HMS Bellerophon in Plymouth Sound in 1815. I believe he was held there for like 10 days while they tried to decide what to do with him. And it sounds like it was very frenetic, with lots of people coming down to look at him. He came out at a certain time of the evening to wave. People went out on like rowing boats to try and catch, a closer view. And a man named John Boynes died when his boat capsized, but his wife and I think daughter were rescued. Boynes was a stonemason, and his headstone includes the Star of David, a sun and a moon, which I've always thought very alchemical. Very interesting that it kind of survives. My image shows a lot of frenetic activity too. There's this idea of a boat kind of on the right-hand side, someone on board waving their arms in the air, kind of disembodied face to the left. There's that disembodied face, maybe Napoleon himself, not sure. Kind of started with like lots of red and pinks, maybe a little bit of cream. The problem with that is it doesn't highlight any particular parts. It's hard to see what to bring out. So I've kind of gone over in some darker colours. So here's the bit off to the right hand side that does look a bit like a boat. Certainly doesn't look like a naval ship though. It looks like there's lots of people chatting on board. The ship is named after a Greek hero, Bellerophon, the greatest hero and slayer of monsters. The monster with a lion's head, goat's body and serpent tail, probably linked back to some earlier sort of Ishtar type worship. Above that, there's this idea of a taller person kind of posing, so I think that could be like Napoleon coming out at 6 p.m. to have his photo taken. And someone to the left of that looks like they're smoking, a little bit of smoke coming out of their mouth. But smoking also a reference to like view in other dimensions, for example, when people smoke hallucinogens. This kind of looks like a mouse head with a person underneath in side profile. And I kind of thought these were either cloaked figures or birds that look like they're talking to each other. The decision was for Napoleon to go into exile in St. Helena. This was his second exile. Originally was St. Elba, but he got bored of that, so he fled. On this second exile, they stationed 125 men by day and 72 by night to stop this one unarmed fella. His body, when he died, was placed inside 3 coffins of tin, lead and wood, soldered and screwed shut. Maybe they thought he was Lazarus or something. Thanks for listening, and please like and subscribe.